Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Icewind Dale. Well, let's go ahead and head down here and talk to Arundle. Go ahead and unpause it. Come on, people. So I did look around, and it looks like there's no option specific to changing movement speed.
Welcome.
So,
I've been expecting you for some time now.
oh, well, that's great. Expecting us? How is that possible? So it doesn't look like there's an actual option within the game to alter movement speed. So I'm going to need to do some additional research to see if there's like some editing of a game file that I need to do to boost up the speed. A bit disappointing, but oh well.
Yes, well, bad news travels upon swift wings in these mountains. I know about your expedition from East Haven. I know why you are here, for it was I who sent for you.
Oh, well, that's good. It's really not that surprising that he would already know about us, considering we've kind of been everywhere but his place. You sent for us? I don't understand.
I am Arundel, known to some as the
Arundel?
Archdruid of Kuldahar. Though I invite you to dispense with the formalities and just call me Arundel, plain and simple. Titles tend only to serve one's own vanity and aren't really of much use in this small mountain community.
I live near a place with that exact spelling. It's Arundle. Ah, well. Alright, well, we'll go with Arundel. I'll probably constantly fall back into Arundle, though. Let's see. You are the Archdruid, eh? Then I assume you can tell me what is going on around here. Let's go with this one. Very well. Tell me, Arundle. See, exactly. Do you know anything about the reports of disturbances in these mountains?
Yes. It was I who sent Hallister to East Haven for help.
Hallister Blackcloak?
His death weighs heavily upon my conscience. For not only was he a student of mine, but he was also a friend and trusted companion. He will be missed, as will Hrothgar and the other members of your expedition.
You know about the avalanche?
Oh, yes, I know. I also know that it was no accident. Someone or something did not want your party to reach Kuldahar alive.
Well, they failed pretty spectacularly since, we are here alive. Tell me, Arundel, what troubles this town?
There are malevolent forces at work in these mountains. Forces that seek to undermine the delicate balance we druids have struggled to preserve for centuries.
Malevolent forces? Could you be more specific?
No, would that I could. The face of the evil remains hidden, but its presence is unmistakable. All about us, there are signs of its damaging influence on the balance. The unnatural weather, the recent rash of abductions, the numerous monster sightings in the pass.
Oh, good God. Alright, so which of the serpents was stolen from the void again? We're gonna have to go put them back. Probably face some banes. That's that's not what you're talking about? Oh, wrong game.
These all point towards something sinister. Even the animals sense something is amiss.
Could you tell me more about these disturbances?
I can only tell you of what little I know. Which disturbances would you have me speak of?
Tell me of the unnatural weather. There wouldn't happen to be any teleport storms, would there?
The weather in these mountains has always been harsh, but never like this. Fierce storms ravage the valley without warning, often lasting for several days at a time, before vanishing as quickly as they come.
Whew. At least it's not teleport storms, man. It looks pretty nice outside. Grass is green, tree is lush. I don't see what's going on, but okay.
It is barely midway into leafall, and yet the pass to the south has been snowed in entirely. Weather such as this is most unnatural. Nature presents itself in cycles that are predictable by those who know what to look for.
Well, yeah, unless, of course, there's climate change going on, melting of the polar caps creates harsher weather all over the planet. It could definitely lead to heavier snowfalls in the passes. wrong planet, that's right. Could you tell me more about these disturbances?
Can only tell you of what
Tell me
little
about the
I know.
recent rash
Which
of
disturbance?
abductions.
Oh, yes. Terrible, terrible. At first, there were tales told by travelers of companions disappearing into the night.
Dingoes
snatched up from
taking
their
babies, that
bedrolls
sort of
as they
thing?
camped along the narrow trail that winds through the pass. We did not think much of these tales, for such occurrences are not unheard of in these mountains. Then one night, Conlan's boy Sheemish went missing.
What kind of a name is
The next
Sheemish?
morning, the whole town searched for
Willie
the boy,
Sheemish?
but turned up nothing. He was just gone, vanished without a trace.
That is strange indeed.
The boy was just the first. Several nights later, another disappeared. Megan Potts, the local midwife. Her husband Khalil was grief-stricken to the point of madness. With barely a word to anyone, he snatched up his sword and marched off into the darkness after his wife. No one has heard from him since.
Had a bit of a glitch. Hopefully that didn't kill the recording.
And now, the abductions are occurring more frequently. Iden, the old innkeeper from the Evening Shade, was taken only 3 days ago. I can only tell you of what little I know.
Tell me about the
Which
monster
disturbance,
sightings.
As I'm sure you have noticed by now, there seems to be quite a few goblins about. It is not usual to see so many of their kind roaming the mountains so late in the year. It is almost as something has drawn them out of their holes, like carrion birds drawn to the scent of death.
Maybe someone is just paying them.
As if the goblins weren't enough, several giants have been spotted moving through the pass in groups as large as 10.
Giants in mountains such as these? I'm shocked.
That many giants traveling together in such numbers indicates they are organized and are acting with a singular purpose. I have watched their activities closely. Their tracks trace a deliberate pattern through the mountains, almost as if they were on patrol.
You know that giants are intelligent creatures. They do organize. They do have towns and such. Just saying.
Another thing. While I was out scouting the giants, I discovered other sets of tracks. Tracks I have never encountered before. What manner of beast made them?
What manner of man or beast are you that can summon fire without flint or tinder? Could you tell me more about these disturbances? And you spoke of balance.
It is what the druids of Kuldahar hold sacred and have worked to preserve for generations. It is all around us. It is us.
You know, there are other sorts of balance. You know, the dragon god of justice, Lendis, believes in balance, but he is lawful neutral rather than true neutral. Are you familiar with this balance? You are not, are you? And yet you speak to me of balance. Speak to me no more of your balance, if you know not all of the balances that are out there.
Balance is the harmony that is achieved when man and nature learn
I told you to speak no more of balance to me.
no longer contending with one another, but coming together as two parts of a whole.
You really take this nature thing seriously, don't you? What can you tell me about the Druids of Kuldahar?
Balance is the belief that this town is built upon, the very reason for its existence. Druids of Sylvanus, the Oak Father, have tended this shrine since the beginning. For hundreds of years, we have striven to achieve the ideal balance between man and nature.
I almost wish that I had an elf in the party to, I don't think I have a... Do I have a true elf? I think everyone is a half-elf. I can't remember. Just to make some snide comments about Sylvanus being the, you know, significantly lesser than Rilithane Ralathil or something like that. It'd be fun.
When settlers finally came to this pass, it was the Archdruid Tolban, my predecessor, who laid the foundation for the relationship that led to the birth of this community.
That seems to have not been that long. Well, high-level druids do age more slowly, that's true. Shrine? What shrine are you talking about?
The great oak, the massive tree that stands above us, around us. It is a holy shrine to Sylvanus, for it was he who planted its seed when Faerun was first born. It is a testament to the raw power of nature, a monument to its ability to thrive in the face of adversity.
Hold that thought. I need some more, firewood? Yeah, firewood. Just gonna go out there with this, axe. Don't mind. Alright, I'll stop there.
Thanks to Tolban, the great oak we druids called the Kuldahar, and the town that has come to be known by the same name, have together become a monument of even greater significance. A monument to the balance.
Who is this Tolban?
Tolban was the catalyst for the transformation of the shrine from a sacred grove to a thriving community in which man and nature exist as one. At first, settlers were kept away from this site. The druids of old saw outsiders as an affront to the sanctity of the tree and its sphere of benign influence.
The druids of old. I thought it was Tolban who did all of this.
They erected thorny brambles to keep intruders out.
Are you talking about the people
Used
before
their powers
Tolban?
to frighten away the men and women that came to build homes in a place they felt was obviously so close to the gods.
Well, just one. Although, actually, I'm sure that elves would consider it sacred to Rilithane and Ralathil as well.
It wasn't until the succession of Archdruid Tolban that things changed. Unlike his predecessors, he believed that the settlement of the valley was not only inevitable, but it was actually the will of Sylvanas.
He had it all wrong, of course.
He also believed that we had been wrong in keeping the settlers away, and that the Oak Father had intended people to share in the miracle of the Great Oak from the beginning.
Of course, that was before a branch from the tree fell and hit him on the head and killed him, clearly indicating that he was wrong the whole time.
When Tolban finally became Archdruid, he formed a plan to fulfill the destiny of this sacred site by bringing about a union between the Great Oak Shrine and the settlers.
So you're saying that all of the settlers had to have... never mind. Let's not go there.
It was this union that the Archdruid Tolban believed would achieve the harmony that we had been striving for generations. The harmony between man and nature. As it stands, Kuldahar is a monument to this vision.
It's a pretty crappy monument if you ask me. Shut up, guys.
The tree and town exist in a natural symbiosis, where it is next to impossible to tell where one leaves off and the other begins. But now, the balance is threatened.
I see. So what are we to do about all this?
I fear that if we do not soon discover the source of these disturbances, then all that we have worked for will be destroyed.
And I'm sure we'll be on a long adventure to discover exactly what that is. Yes, I get it.
The evil that has come to these mountains infects this town like a disease. As its people suffer, so does the tree suffer from the sickness that attacks the balance, corrupting it with its very presence.
Shame. But you could just cast, cure disease, right?
Already, the circle of
Oh,
warmth
not that kind of
radiates
disease.
from the
I
great
see.
oak has begun to recede. We were forced to abandon the outlying farmsteads as a result of the shrine's fading power. If we do not take action soon, I am afraid that the life-giving warmth will cease altogether.
Oh, I suppose that's what those ruins out to the west were. Well, the ruined farmstead and the mill and everything.
Both the great oak and the town, nestled within its roots, will die. This must not happen. We need your help.
What? Help you? I don't think so, old man. I'm only interested in getting out of these miserable mountains alive. Understand? Nah. Very well. Together we shall root out this evil. Root! Root! Ha ha! Ah, little tree humor there. Sorry. Root out this evil that threatens this town. What must we
I
do?
suggest you begin by investigating the Vale of Shadows. It is a place not far from here. Darkness has always clung to the floor of the small canyon, as if the light of the sun itself were wary of the place.
Of course, that's, crap, because it's just a deep canyon.
There are a number of ancient crypts hidden within the shadows of the Vale's narrow cliff walls. There have been rumors of the dead awakening and emerging from their dusty tombs to walk once more amongst men.
I'm sure it's meaningless.
If these rumors are true, then I suspect that whatever is responsible for disturbing their slumber may be behind the other disturbances as well.
It's a game. As we all know, no rumors in games are ever true.
Go to the Vale of Shadows. Learn
Don't tell me what to do, old man.
Happenings there, then return here and we shall discuss a course of action.
Okay.
Good luck and farewell.
And dialogue. Alright, let's see what we have here. Nothing much. We can go upstairs. We do not appear to have anything that we can do. It looks like that goes back down, I think. So let's go back down. Alrighty. You a townsperson? You're a townsperson. So townspeople. You're a townsperson. Alright. We have not gone over here and explored this area, so let's go ahead and do that. Not that there... well, there is a little bit of a path. Oh. Well, it's just a cliff and a dead end. There's nothing there. Alright, well, where have we not gone? We've not gone into the temple. Not gone up that way. We never went into this building. Let's go there. We take some time for that to happen. And then we'll go visit the temple. Alright, I am definitely seeing a problem with that pseudo-dragon being so much faster than everyone else. You are just a townsperson. There is nothing else here.
Agreed.
Man, nothing to steal.
Very well.
What kind of game is this where we can't steal things from the populace? Tax. I'm sorry. Tax. Little pseudo dragon. You know, you can't... although you can fly, you should clearly be able to get over that. There. I'm going to have to wait for you to come around. Come along. Silly pseudo-dragon. There we go. Brother Gus.
Forward.
Hello. Welcome, friend. I am Brother Gus, faithful servant of Ilmater. Be at peace, for you are in the care of the one who endures. Has anyone ever told you that you look a lot like Brother Ferg, the priest outside? Yes, on numerous occasions. It is not really much of a coincidence, considering that we are twins. Really? I just figured all you priests of Ilmater looked alike. Yes, well, is there something I may be of assistance to you, friend? I don't think so. Farewell. There's someone else up here. Sister Calliana. Is there anything else around here? Does not appear to be so. Hello? Greetings, friend. You are welcome in the House of the Bleeding Rose. You might want to bandage that rose up, then. It's just a name. May the healing hands of Ilmater lift your burdens and set your tortured soul at ease. I seek the services of a healer. Then step forward and offer your pain to the one who endures all. I am revered Sister Calliana. As acting head of this temple, it is my privilege to bestow whatever aid I can on those in need. No small task, I might add, what with all the troubles that plague this town of late. Acting head of this temple? Who is normally in charge? Thanks for auto-scrolling, game. It's thinking, and... ooh, boy, that went really far. I hope that doesn't screw up the recordings. I'm going to have to check this. Up until a few weeks ago, revered Mother Egenia, there we go, Agenia presided over this house. Alas, she, like so many others in town, has gone missing and is presumed dead. Being the next highest-ranking member of the clergy, I have assumed the duties of the head of this temple until either she or revered brother Poklin returns. You mean to tell me that your head priest was abducted? Game? That's problematic. Perhaps, we're not quite sure. She grew tired of standing by while the people around us were being snatched up in the night. So she decided to hold a midnight vigil on the outskirts of town in hopes that she, too, might share in the suffering of those taken. It was the last we saw of her. Her fate remains a mystery. You mentioned a revered brother Poklin. Who was he? Revered brother Poklin is a visiting senior priest of Ilmater. He passed through Kuldahar several days ago on a pilgrimage to the monastery of the Weeping Lilac in Bryn Shander. He traveled quite a ways, all the way from Cormyr, I believe is what he said. He must be from those distant regions, for he bore a holy symbol of Ilmater that was unfamiliar to me. In any case, he promised to return with aid once he reached Bryn Shander. I hope he is all right. A holy symbol you're unfamiliar with. Something tells me that he was lying. Interesting. Well, I best be off now. Farewell. And I think I am going to call this episode a little early so I can check the recording and see if it screwed up. If it didn't screw up, it'll just be a short episode. In the next one, we will get going to visit the